Hey tubers, how's it going? Mr. Green here, and working on a new project. Well, actually, I've already just got it finished hooked up. I don't even want to show you the mess in my shop right now, but I bought myself a 1,000 watt micro grid tie inverter. I bought it on eBay for about $175 Canadian. Now, here was the issue that I came upon. My panel, which is a 250 watt panel, but it's a 39 volt panel. So, which worked fine with my charge controller down at my campsite, and but I had too much power, so I just bought this not thinking that it would work with that, and this can only handle up to 28 volts. So so what I did is I bought a buck step up controller, which I thought would be controllable up and down, which it's not. That's here, let me see if I can pull this out for you. This is the original one I had bought. So here's the original one I had bought. It was about 30 bucks, but it will only up your voltage, not lower it. So that didn't work for me. So that I'll use for another project though. So I got this 250 watt step down buck controller, and it's got two little knobs here that you can control how much the voltage is going out, and then you have your inputs and your outputs that go to the back of the solar grid tie inverter, and then it goes from there into a power bar, which is then fed into the grid. So that's how I've got it all hooked up. I wish it wasn't such a high voltage panel, because this would have been a lot easier. You wouldn't have had to buy this thing, and it was about $5, but took a month to get here, and I'm still having issues with it. If you look at my charge controller right now, it's blinking, it's like it's sending out current. But if you watch, this little light on this buck or step down controller keeps flashing from blue to all different colors. So if anybody knows why that's doing that, and I've got it set at 27 volts coming out. So the least I have to step it down, the better. And it is pretty warm, like not really warm, but it's warm. And but then what happens is, I'll show you here real quick. This light will keep flashing green. The other one will go red, and then as soon as it goes back to blue, it will here in a second. Of course, now that I'm trying to show you, it's not going to work, or it's not going to do it. But what's going on is, I don't know if there's something wrong with this step. There it goes, blue. It just went blue, and then it faults this, and then instantly it kicks back on, and then it does that cycle, and it just keeps doing that cycle over and over and over. So it is putting out power, but what's happening is it's going to 28 volts, holding it that for a couple of minutes, and then it kicks down all the way down to 12 volts. So, and then it starts building back up, and then this controller likes it, then it starts taking it in again, and then boom, it does it again. So I just don't know what the issue is, but please help if you know anything about these little step down controllers. And yeah, so it is bringing in power, and that's all that really matters to me. I got to supplement some of the power, and eventually I'd like to get a lot more solar panels, and eventually one day we'll live completely off the grid. But this is a start, and I have 1,000 watts that I can put in here, so I want to get a few more panels probably this year, to add to the system, but my next ones that I buy will be 24 volt, and then I'm safe. So yeah, so that's how you simply hook it up. I've got wires running out to my solar panel. I'll take you out there real quick and show you that up on the roof. And it's just as simple as that. Plug it in, and normally you wouldn't have that controller if you have a lower voltage solar panel. So we'll go outside here and take a look here, and I'll show you what my solar panel looks like. If you've already a subscriber to my channel, you've seen what it looks like already, but there it is up there. It's a 24 volt 250 watt panel. So they are pretty efficient, and they are for grid tie. They just aren't for this type of inverter. They're more meant for a much bigger setup. So, but alright, well, thanks everybody for checking out this video, and please remember to subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and as always, if you click that thumbs up button, would be greatly appreciated. Everybody have a great day.